Good morning, everyone. In today's video, we're going to take a look at an active setup inside of NVDA. NVDA is a symbol that's hit our live scanner, and it's a symbol that doesn't appear so often on the Overlap tab. The Overlap tab is a tab which shows us the best of the best volatility setups we have currently occurring, and NVIDIA is currently on this list. So let's take a look at what the setup looks like in more detail. Now here on the charts, we can see NVIDIA has had a sell-off for the better part of this morning. That sell-off has taken us into our aggressive volatility box models and our conservative volatility box models. We're looking for a reversal from here, and so far we know that we have a volatility edge with the aggressive volatility box breach and the conservative volatility box breach. That gives us our volatility edge. Now we're looking for signs that price stabilizes. Now the next thing that we can also see on our charts are these Keltner channel wedges. We have way more than the 5 that we need to see printing, so we've exceeded the 5+ requirement, and that tells us price is outside of the 3.0 Keltner channels, and we're looking for a reversion to the mean. Now in order for that to happen, we need to see these wedges stop plotting, which it looks like we're doing with the current bar, and we now need to also see some triggers, some signs of price reversing. The first would be our edge signal confirmation. That's this green arrow on our charts right here. And that tells us that, hey, price is officially now getting outside of oversold territory. So that's oversold signal. And the edge signal is our first sign that price is reversing. Now to confirm momentum is supporting this move, we look for the momentum cross indicator, and that's this blue dot. And that simply tells us the 3 EMA is crossing above the 8 EMA. So very simple, but it tells us that short-term momentum is shifting, and now we have our signals met. I'm on a 2-minute time frame chart waiting for the momentum cross, and as of right now, we're just in waiting mode. Now it looks like with this big green candle, we might start to see some of these triggers show us signs of a reversal happening semi-soon. We can see the edge signal starting to print on the current candle. If the edge signal prints and then the momentum cross prints, then that's essentially our sign that, hey, we've met all of the criteria for a reversal. We're looking for a move away from the volatility box. Okay, I'll pause the video here and resume towards the end of the day so we can see what ended up happening inside of NVIDIA. All right, the markets are closed. We can take a look to see what ended up happening inside of NVIDIA. Now, this is where we were looking at our setup. It was in the 7 to 8 a.m. Pacific hour. We had seen the Keltner channel wedges. We had seen price breach our volatility box zones, the aggressive and the conservative. I believe we had left off where we were seeing the edge signal flash on and off. It did end up printing on in the very next candle after that big green candle. After that, we saw the momentum cross on the next bar, and the momentum very clearly had shifted inside of NVIDIA. This rally from that momentum cross all the way up to the peak of that rally was about a $7 move, 1.58%. But then something interesting happened in NVIDIA where we saw a reversal, and this reversal took us even below the previous low that we had formed, and we started seeing the same exact setup one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Keltner channel wedges, an edge signal confirmation, and a momentum cross. All of this taking place before 12:15 p.m. Pacific, so about 45 minutes left into the close, and even with just that much time, you can see the reversal that takes place with the buying pressure. So I really do like this setup in terms of identifying these periods of momentum starting to burst in one direction. You really get 2 different flavors of it, I've noticed. 1 or 3 if you count the stop out version. One flavor is this V-shaped reversal. Another flavor is the kind in which you have this momentum cross. You have the sellers try one more time, but then you have the buyers kick in, and the second one gives you even more power, at least on a 2-minute chart. And then finally, the third flavor is the one in which you have price give us your signs of reversing, and instead of that, price just goes straight below. And I think in these instances, there's little you can do to prevent that. At least the risk to reward on these sorts of opportunities is skewed a little bit more in your favor, and if you wait for that second pullback, usually you can skew it a little bit more as well. All right, so the setup that we found inside of NVIDIA using our live scanner inside of the volatility box, you can see how that ended up shaping out as the day progressed. We started with NVDA on the overlap tab when it breached our hourly and daily volatility box models. We can see how that setup gave us all of our rules that we're looking for our setup to be met. And we can see how that move translated not just once, but even the second time that NVIDIA crossed below the conservative volatility box with selling pressure. Alright, I hope you found this video helpful. Take care everyone, good luck trading, and I'll see you in the next update.